So I'm joined by the pole sitter, Jake Hughes. First of all, pole by just a small margin, 1,000th. How did that feel to you?
I was pretty worried, to be honest. I made a mistake in the last corner, and I glanced, there's big TV screens up above the garages here, and I glanced over at them, and it looked like it was pretty close. And then, yeah, my engineer said 1,000th. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever been on the positive side of that, at least anyway.
Well, you're here today. Let's have a little look. We've got your pole lap here. You can talk us through it. You mentioned a mistake at the end of the lap. The middle sector in particular for me, you gained a 10.5 on Stoffel. That seemed to be a really strong part of the lap. But sector one, it's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this braking zone here is so tricky. You're always on edge to lock both axles. I have this tendency to hold the car really tight here and then let it go at the last moment. I think other drivers have a different idea. But even here into turn 3 and 4, there's so many different lines you can take. It's why in the race we can be side by side for so many corners. But out of here for struggling with traction, trying to keep the car driving forward. And this is a very tricky downhill braking zone here, brake just before the curb. And yeah, again, on edge to lock everything. Slight inside wheel lock here, but I made the apex, so that was pretty good. And now we're well into sector 2, as you say.
Yeah, and this was a part of the lap where you were really strong. You mentioned off camera about how hot it is. Obviously, we saw the lap time suffer a little bit because of that. Did that make the car balance a little bit different to what we had yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the rear tyre, especially in surface temperature, was just, yeah, when we got into the duels with the extra power mode, we were surviving, let's say. But yeah, finishing the lap here, and I got this corner okay, but then I missed the next one. I bounced over this one a bit too aggressively. And I was a bit worried about my exit from this corner, but it seems like 1,000th, it was just enough.
Well, yeah, you absolutely nailed it. You managed to get pole position by that 1,000th. Now we're looking forward into the race. What are your thoughts going into that? Because you've had a pole position this season already. What can you do differently to maybe, pick up more points with that pole?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's been the Achilles heel of our season. 2 poles so far this year, so qualifying's not been the issue. The pack racing element is still quite a new phenomenon. I think you see there's some teams and some drivers out there that seem to get it quite well. I think it's fair to say from my side, I'm still trying to figure out the best balance. I've got it right on occasion, but not consistently. So I think we learned the lesson from yesterday, and hopefully I can pull it into practice in the race
Jake,
later.
Congratulations. Pole by 1,000th. Absolutely managed to get it done by fine margins, but good luck for the race later today.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.